So for our last award of the day, we have a special ambassador to award a special commendation. And I'd like to introduce Ambassador Rose McKinney-James, who is the managing principal of Energy Works and president of McKinney-James and Associates. Rose is widely recognized as one of the most prominent advocates for commercial solar deployment in the state of Nevada. She facilitated the drafting and passage of the Nevada, of the first renewable energy portfolio standard there. She's currently, as I mentioned, managing principal of Energy Works and President McKinney-James. Her firm provides business consulting services and advocacy in the area of public affairs, energy policy, and economic and sustainable development. Rose.
Well, good afternoon. It's been a splendid day for me. I'm sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I was on a plane all day yesterday getting here, but I have been so inspired all day by every single panel, and like others who've spoken before me, absolutely blown away by the student presentations and the posters as well. So Martha, thank you very much for inviting me. I am delighted to be here. One thing you didn't mention, like Diane, I'm a former regulator, and I've devoted the past 2 decades of my life to advancing these progressive solar policies with this emphasis on economic development and job creation. So I really am incredibly inspired by our next award recipient. So it seems that during the deliberations of my fellow ambassadors, there was a point in time where they really struggled a little bit trying to find a way to work our recipient into a category. And they weren't able to do that, but she was such a rock star, and they were so impressed, they decided that they would provide this very special commendation. So the commendation is going to Kathy Swartz. And Kathy has been described, and I quote, as a quiet giant of a leader, a phenomenal mentor. I think you only need to spend a few minutes with her to recognize her strong commitment and passion for providing quality training opportunities for women around the world. Her focus on excellence in training is the reason that C3E has chosen her for this special award. Kathy is the executive director of Solar Energy International, which, by the way, is comprised of more than 50% of women in leadership. She's proven that quality training is a wise investment in clean energy, which pays significant dividends, and that the return on that investment can be easily measured by the many innovative efforts that she's undertaken. And I'll give you an example. Kathy successfully implemented the U.S. Department of Energy's Solar Ready Vets training program. And this program provides transitioning service members with the technical expertise to start a career in the renewable energy field. She also established Programa Hispano for Latino workers and women-only training programs, and she established the Heather Andrews Scholarship Fund, which is named after one of her very close friends and colleagues. And this scholarship fund is for women pursuing training and employment in the solar industry. She definitely shines a shining light. And I, for one, when you see her come to the stage, love the sunny yellow shoes that she chose to wear today. And so, Kathy, as you approach the stage, and in recognition of your rock star efforts, C3E will also be making a $500 donation to Solar Energy International for your Heather Andrews Scholarship Fund. Please help me welcome Kathy to the stage.
Wow. Okay, first of all, I just want to say thank you to the C3E ambassadors and to Ms. McKinney-James for the introduction. I am quite humbled to be receiving this award in a room full of you all. holy moly. I also want to thank each of you for the work that you're doing, whether it's working on innovative technology that's blowing my mind, or if it's working on international or national policy. The work you're doing directly impacts the solar workforce, and the solar workforce is what I'm deeply passionate about. At Solar Energy International, our nonprofit mission is to train people how to do renewables safely and properly. And since 1991, we've trained over 45,000 people from around the world, from 50 states, all 50 states and over 100 countries, on how to do renewables. And our goal is to empower them to go back into their communities and take the technical skills they've learned and really implement renewables. And we have just an amazing group of alumni, including many of you who are in the room today. But the people I want to tell you about are our alumni who aren't in the room today. But your work directly impacts what they're doing. Like Samina and Maria, these are two women in Pakistan, and they're the only two women installing solar in the country of Pakistan. And they happen to be nuns. And in fact, as we speak, they're out installing about a 10 kW system in remote Pakistan. And the work that you're doing with policy and technology is impacting them. And then there's Jules, whom I met this summer. So he lives in DC, but he is going back to his country of Cameroon because he wants to empower his country, even though he's facing arrest for his previous political activities once he returns. And again, he's determined to return because he wants his people to have power. And everything that you're doing is impacting the work that Jules is doing. And then there's Zach, and Zach is a 20-something-year-old coal miner from our small coal mining town where SEI is located. It's called Paonia, it's in western Colorado. Now, Zach was laid off from the coal mine, and after he got training, he went out and worked, and he's now working in the solar industry. And though I think he still occasionally rolls coal, if any of you know what that is, you can look it up, he's loving working in this industry. And again, the work that you're doing is impacting what Zach is doing. Or there's Rosie. Now, Rosie is a graduate of the Department of Energy's Solar Ready Vets program, which is an intensive solar training program designed to prepare our transitioning service members and vets for careers in the solar industry. Rosie is originally from Kenya, and she recently left the Army as a sergeant after many years of service. And after completing the Solar Ready Vets program, she went on to be hired by Sun Edison in a fantastic job. And then there's Vincent, who recently transitioned out of the Marines after many years of service. He participated in our Solar Ready Vets program at Camp Pendleton and was offered a job by Solar City the day of graduation. And before this program, Vincent had no idea what he was going to do until he took the Solar Ready Vets program. Now he's thriving at Solar City, and he's working on safety throughout Southern California. And I just want to reiterate that the work that you do, it impacts all of these people that you'll never see, never get to hear from. And I really want to thank you, because not only are you helping to combat climate change, you're providing meaningful employment opportunities for the solar workforce. I've had the honor of working with so many awe-inspiring, incredible people who helped make this award possible. And many thanks to the staff at the Department of Energy's Sunshot Initiative, who spearheaded the Solar Ready Vets program, including Min Lee, who recently left to work on water issues, and Chris Nichols, and Mike Baskin, and Stephanie Klein, and to IREC for their work as a national administrator for the Solar Instructor Training Network. And to our initial employee partners, some of you who are in the room, Solar City, Sun Edison, Vivint Solar, Sunrun, and SunPower. As this program expands and more vets are trained, we need you, our industry, to close the circle and hire these vets, because they're an amazing group of folks that we're working with. And then finally, I just want to love on the staff at SEI, the staff and the instructors. They inspire me each and every day to do the work and to do better work. Our team works hard to ensure the work that you do gets translated into on-the-ground technical training. So whether that's best practices for microgrids or new battery technology or utility scale design, we continue to work on the curriculum and the training so that we can train that solar army to go out and do amazing work. So thank you all, and keep up the amazing work, y'all.